Hi, my name is Alden Powers. I'm one of the guitar instructors here at the music store. I've been teaching here for 5 years, and I've been teaching professionally for over 10 years. And I teach guitar on both electric and acoustic, and I also teach electric bass as well. I teach a lot of different styles, mostly rock and popular genres. My music degree is in jazz performance, so I do teach jazz. I teach a lot of praise and worship. I'm a worship leader in the Valley, and I also teach at Mesa Community College. So basically, when we come in for the lessons, for a total beginner, I like to get people started with a good, firm musical foundation that we can build on later. So what we usually do is we work out of some kind of method book to get to the basics together, to learn to read the notes in the first 4 frets or so of the guitar. We also learn our basic chords like our G chord, D chord, E minor, those kind of things. And once we have that foundation together, then what we do from there is we can kind of go in some more directions that are more of the student's interest, by learning songs that they want to learn, by their favorite artists. I have my stereo here and my computer, so a lot of my students will bring in their iPod or their iPad or CDs, and we'll learn songs by ear and learn the riffs. Some of my students want to learn lead guitar and playing solos. We can do that as well. Songwriting, we can do that too. So we can do a lot of different fun things that'll keep the student engaged and help them progressing for a long time. I teach all levels. The youngest I've ever taught is 6, and the oldest I've ever taught is 80. So we teach all different ages and levels. I love teaching beginners. I love getting students that have a clean slate that we can build on, which is great. And I also like teaching people that have played for a while, because then we can come in and I can kind of meet them where they're at and try to take them to the next level. So we have a lot of fun in here. So typically what I would usually do on a first lesson for a complete beginner who's never played before is we go over how to hold the guitar. And we talk about how to hold the guitar, how to hold the pick, how to place our fingers on the strings, and then we also go over a finger exercise to get your fingers loosened up and ready to play music in our later lessons. So as you can see, I have the guitar on my right leg. The curve of the guitar is sitting right there, and I keep the guitar right up against my body. Okay? Just like that. Now my right hand is going to hold the pick and strum the strings. So this is the pick that I use. This is a medium gauge pick, and not everybody uses a pick, but if you do use a pick, then you can play faster and louder. So a lot of rock guitar players do use picks, but you can also use fingerstyle as well. And in our lessons, we can talk about both of those techniques. So with the pick, I hold the pick between my thumb and first finger. I don't know if the camera can see that, but so I got that between the thumb and the first finger, like that, kind of similar to how I might hold a pen. And the motion with the hand is with a wrist motion, like this. Okay? So not like this. I'm not rotating it, but moving up and down like that. And then I use that motion to strum the strings of the guitar, either strumming all the strings or strumming them individually. Now with my left hand, I push down on the strings to make different notes. So in order to use all of my fingers efficiently, we have to kind of position our hand in a certain way to do that, which isn't quite comfortable right away, but as you practice it and as we progress through our lessons, you'll get more used to it. So it starts with our thumb. The ideal thumb position is to keep the thumb, and I'll turn around so you can see it here, is to keep the thumb in the back of the neck pointed up towards the ceiling. Just like that. You want to make sure that the thumb isn't up over here like this, or underneath the guitar like that, or off over to the side. Just right in the middle like this. Now occasionally you will see a lot of players, and a lot of really good players, play with the thumb over the neck like this. That's a little bit more of an advanced technique that we'll talk about after we've been playing for a while. But for right now, we're just going to keep the thumb behind the neck, pointed up towards the ceiling. Now with our fingers, the goal with our fingers is to keep our fingertips curled, or actually keep our fingers curled, and to push down on the strings with our fingertips, just like this. Okay, notice my fingers curled, and I'm using the very tip of my finger to push down on the string. So I'm not using the side of my finger like this, but the fingertip. Also, what we want to do is get right behind the fret. So I'm not in the middle of the fret, like around here, but right there. So I'm pushing down with my fingertips, all the while keeping my fingers curled like hooks. So that's really proper hand position and proper hand positioning technique. And that's what we talk about in the first lesson. And I give you a finger exercise to work on that technique throughout the week. And then next week we come back and we'll progress from there. So I hope you enjoyed this little introductory video. If you have any questions, you can always contact me at the music store at Alden at the-music-store.com. You can also email me on my website at alden@aldenpowers.com. Thanks for watching.